broken up.
You never say it from this.
Don't you?
Obviously, as everybody has seen today, the response from the NCAA Infractions Committee, I couldn't be more pleased. And I've never seen anything like this in all the years I've been involved in this business. The response from them as far as how the South Carolina team, how they went about doing their business, is a reflection on a lot of people. All the way from the top, all the way across the board, is pretty remarkable. And I think what it says is that, you know, we did have some people that made some mistakes. I don't think there's any question about it. And I know about y'all, but I got erasers on all my pencils, and you got to learn from the mistakes, and you got to learn from what has taken place. And South Carolina has learned from what's gone on. And obviously a transformation in the athletic department, hiring Chris Rogers, hiring Judy Van Hoort, putting more people in there. We're going to do we're bound and determined to run a program with integrity in NCAA. As far as I think it was extraordinary, the comments from Britton Manowski, and I think that, again, that's a reflection on a lot of people. And you know, we've learned from it, we've put it in the past, and then we're going to go forward, and we're going to be better off for having gone through something like this. We're going to turn a negative into a positive. But I think it is a breath of fresh air, and I think they do recognize the University of South Carolina, and we are committed to doing things the right way, and I think that was loud and clear. I think that was a message that they sent across, and I think a lot of people at South Carolina can rest assured that their athletic program is going to reflect the values of the university and the institution.
Eric, have you ever been involved in anything like this? They talked about how expertly you guys handled it. Who did you kind of lean on during the process?
There's no question. You know, obviously our outside counsel was wonderful, but Judy Van Hoort. And I've said this numerous times that she was just what the doctor ordered. And, you know, obviously, you know, coming from a program like University of Michigan and Michigan State, she's operated at a high level, and coming down here and helping us through this whole experience. And then Chris obviously coming at the last minute. But I think, you know, our Terry Parham, our counsel, at the University of South Carolina, our outside counsel, William King, I think that was a team together. We were committed to doing things the right way, and I think y'all know me well enough to know we're going to try. We're going to try, and so when it's, you know, obviously that reflected in how the NCAA responded to the challenges, the things that took place at the University of South Carolina.
This is the first time for you dealing with this, right?
I've dealt with this, but not to this extent.
But when you left LA, did you have? I'm sorry.
Just go ahead.
When you left LA, did you have this kind of a good feeling, or did you just not know?
Well, I didn't have a lot of experience doing something like this. I sought the advice of other people, and the other people that had more experience than I did said they've never seen anything like this, and how complimentary the NCAA and the investigative team was for South Carolina, and how the Committee on Infractions responded to how South Carolina went about doing their business. And so based on their response and their reaction, it made me, you know, you never know, but it made me feel a little bit more at peace and a little more at ease, although I was never at ease during this whole situation since the summer of 2010.
Eric, what steps are you going to take to make sure this doesn't happen again?
Well, you know, Rick, I can't promise you anything. I mean, you know, the intent is, and I think the NCAA recognized that we try to do things the right way. When I got here, we had 2.5 people in compliance, and now we have 10 people. And that doesn't count Judy Van Hoort. You've got somebody like Chris Rogers that's got a lot of experience. We've expanded our individuals, our scope, and so the commitment's there. I mean, always commitment, but like I said to you, you know, you tried. I think the NCAA recognized that there were mistakes made, but it was a culture of trying to do things the right way, which is, I think they recognized and they rewarded us for doing it this way.
Do you anticipate any more changes in compliance, or do you think you're where you want to be right now?
I don't think you're ever where you want to be. You want to continue to learn and continue to grow, which is what we'll continue to do. But I'm at peace with Judy Van Hoort and Chris Rogers. I think we're blessed to have those people. And like I said, I hugged Judy. You know, you heard me say it before when she came here, and after we had worked, I just went up and hugged her, and I hugged her today after this was over with. I just thanked her. I thank her for guiding us through it. It's been very difficult for her to come into a situation like this. Her plate's full as is, but to turn around and to give us the expertise and the guidance to take us through this is just remarkable. So I really tip my hat to a lot of people, but to Judy also.
Eric, will there be any additional in-house punishment for any individual?
No, I think it's all real clear. I mean, I think what you saw in the report, everything, and it goes way back, and the initiatives that we've tried to take as far as the South Carolina. But I think we've put this past us, and we're going to move forward. We're going to learn from it. We're totally committed to do things the right way. We're going to learn, but also as we go forward, we're going to be better off because of it.
Sense of relief for the coaches, because in recruiting wars, opposing coaches kind of use things like this to have this.
I think you really turn a negative into a positive.